Hi friends, so this is VALI Rameshwar, so director of VALI Rameshwar's IAS Academy. Of course, earlier our institute was called as Rangarai IAS Academy. We are into this field since 20 plus years, and I am having teaching experience of all general studies subjects of more than 20 years. Okay, 20 plus years. So coming to Indian geography, actually every exam in India will have the Indian geography as part and parcel of its syllabus, whatever may be the exam. Even if it is not in the part and parcel of syllabi, you may get the Indian geography question in the form of current affairs. So what I mean to say is Indian geography is very important. And the problem aspirants face is what to study and how to study. And purchasing n number of books is not the solution for that. The main requirement of an aspirant is less material, okay, and whatever you study you should be able to remember them, and also you should be able to reproduce them, and you should know how to apply that in your mains examination. You cannot purchase all the books under the sky, and nowadays, even in my personal opinion, there is no need to purchase any books also. You can see NCERT is a vast ocean for our subjects, and also in the Google you can search many sites. They are uploading an excellent material. Yes, so definitely in my personal opinion, books may be needed, but and even you can say daily you will get current affairs free of cost. Even our institution will extend that facility free of cost. And also we are having our own monthly magazine also. We will share that PDF free of cost. Excellent magazine. And if you want to know more, you can subscribe our channel and you can listen the current affairs daily. And even we will also forward questions through our channel. And if any person wanted to have the PDF of our magazine, you can join in the Telegram or our WhatsApp group, and you will get an excellent PDF of our magazine, monthly magazine. And even we will also forward the daily updates of current affairs. So coming to the topic, Indian geography or geography in common. So actually, it is not a art. It is a science. It is not a art subject. It is a science. The difference between the arts and science subject is science subjects will have lot of phenomena. Okay, whereas arts just mugging up the things like history. Okay, yeah. So what you have to study in the Indian geography? First, you will study the first chapter, which you call the physical features, latitudes and longitudes. And why you have to study that? Because latitudes and longitudes will guide a region with respect to time and also climate. Of course, climate will play a key role in in its extension. See what I mean to say, latitudinal extent will guide the climate of a region. Then coming to geography, why you have to study the geography? We have to study the geography because one's history, one region's history, polity is guided by its geography. You can see the previous year's question. If I am not wrong, 2023 mains question. This is a question from history, but it requires the knowledge of geography. Explain the role of geographical factors towards the development of ancient India. Yes, geography played a key role, no doubt in it. Geography played a key role. Take the example of India. Okay, so in 6th century BC, India was divided into 16 Mahajanapadas, 16 Mahajanapadas, and only one Mahajanapada was in South India, that is Asaka or Asmaka. And within short period, Magad was able to conquer all the remaining Mahajanapadas. The reason is the geographical advantage enjoyed by it. So I'm telling you only one example how geography will guide the region's history or economy and polity. Because of this geography, it was having impregnable fort and fertile lands, and even forest area in its proximity supplied iron ore and also timber to make the agricultural implements and also warfare weapons. So in nutshell, I want to say that the reason for the emergence or supremacy of the Magadha primary region is the geographical factor. Of course, primary region, there are also other regions like ambitious kings and excellent prime ministers. That is other thing. But the main advantage enjoyed by this Magadh was its geographical factor, that is geographical location. Now, so in the first chapter, you will study the latitudes and longitudes. Because of our 30 degrees of latitudinal, extents, we are having diversified climate, which is enabling us to grow the diversified crops, and also we are having an excellent biodiversity. You know what is biodiversity? Large number of species, including both flora and fauna. And coming to longitude, so these longitudes will help us to conclude the time at a place. Okay, so this in this first chapter we will study this, and also we'll also study northernmost point, or what you say southernmost point, easternmost point, and also importance of this tropic of cancer, how many states are passing through this tropic of cancer, and Indian standard time is taken on 82.5 degrees eastern longitudes, etc., etc. So you start your preparation with the help of NCRTs. If you go to just NCRT and you type longitudes and longitudes, latitudes of India, or whatever syllabus you want to cover, you just type that, you will get a lot of information. That information is sufficient, and correlate the same things with the contemporary issues. That is how to tackle the examination, whatever may be the case, UPSC, state services, SSC. And nowadays state services papers are tougher than the UPSC. You can see the example of papers, papers from recently conducted exam of APPSC, Andhra Pradesh Public Service Commission, and Telangana Public Service Commission. They were tougher enough. Okay, yes. Then the second topic which we have to cover is the physiographic features. And India is the only country which is called as subcontinent because of its diversified physiography. One of the reason is its diversified physiography. Of course, even we are also having the people speaking a number of languages, cultural diversity and religious diversity, etc., etc. But the main thing is the physiographic features and diversity in the physiographic features. You are having mountains, plains, and also peninsula plateau. Here you are having Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats. Okay, so in nutshell, India's physiographic features can be classified into the Northern Great Mountains and the plains, and also Peninsular Plateau. Here you are having the Thar Desert, hill ranges in Peninsular Plateau starting from Aravalli, Vindhya, Satpura, Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats. Okay, and also the important is these eastern coastal plain, western coastal plains, and finally islands. So we will study various aspects related to these physiographic features. Like when you are studying the mountains, we will study about the peaks. Like highest peak of the world is Mount Everest. In India it is Kanchenjunga. Okay, and where they are located, their height. And we will study various ranges like Karakoram, Ladakh, and also we will study other peaks like Annapurna, Dhaulagiri, Makalu, etc., their existence. Okay, and also we will study about the passes like many passes: Banihal Pass, Bani Pass, Nitu Pass, Loop Lake Pass, and importance of the passes. Like take the example of Karakoram Pass. It was an ancient Silk Route. So the silk from China to Western countries were transported through this pass, and history is also very important as far as Karakoram Pass is concerned. Kanishka is the last Indian ruler who ruled this pass. Okay, yes, these sort of things you have to study. And in the hill ranges also you have to study the peaks of that hill ranges, like in the Aravalis, which is the highest peak of Aravalis. Guru Shikhar is the highest peak of Aravalis. And again, you are having Vindhya and Satpura, which are joined by Maikala Hills. So these sort of things you will study in the physiographic features. Then coming to the next topic, that is the drainage system or river system. See, India is gifted with n number of rivers which are flowing throughout its length and breadth. Okay, now, and basic classification of rivers and how they are fed. And rivers are classified based on many factors. The first important factor is the catchment area, and by using catchment area, the rivers are divided into major, medium, and minor. Okay, and the second classification is Himalayan rivers and perennial Himalayan rivers and peninsular rivers. And the third classification is east flowing rivers and west flowing rivers. Along with that, we have to study the longest river, largest river, and the contribution of various rivers to the Indian river system. Like Brahmaputra is contributing 33%, and Ganga is contributing 25%. What's the difference between largest and longest? Largest is in the sense of volume of water, longest is in the sense of length. Okay, so you try to make a map and study, and in the rivers you have to study like important towns located on the banks of river, like Ahmedabad on the bank of river Sabarmati. It is very important as Gandhi established his Sabarmati ashram at Ahmedabad. Okay, yes. So how you are getting the questions? So they will ask you pick odd man out, like they will give three tributaries belonging to one river and one tributary to the other river, so you have to eliminate that. Or they will give three east flowing rivers, one west flowing rivers, and they will give you the mass the following: one side rivers, other side tributaries. So nowadays the concepts, I mean the questions are conceptual in the form of statements. Earlier, just they used to ask you, which among the following is a tributary of Ganga. So questions were straightforward earlier. Now it is not the case. Everything in the sentence formation, like see, Kaveri is having flow throughout the year, though it is not fed by glacier. Only Himalayan rivers are fed by glaciers, not these peninsula rivers. But still, Kaveri is perennial in nature. The reason is it is fed by both southwest monsoon and also northeast monsoon. So you have to study logically, conceptually, not just mugging up the things. Okay, and this is very important topic as far as India is concerned, because we cannot rely on our monsoon. So these rivers will play a key role. Now, so coming to irrigation, of course, what is irrigation? Irrigation also plays a key role in Indian economy, because ours is agro-based economy, and without proper irrigation, you cannot have good crops. Because just now I told you we cannot rely on monsoons which are uncertain, untimely. So whenever there are good monsoons, we will impound the water. Okay, so what is irrigation? Artificial supply of water to plants or crops according to its needs is called as irrigation. So in India, the major source of the irrigation, so you are having the canal irrigation, which, and also you are having the tank irrigation. Again, you are having the well by tube well irrigation. So canals, through canals we will draw water. So there are two types of canals. One canal will draw water from rivers, other from the dams. So here we will construct large number of dams on the bank of rivers to impound the water and to use the same in the at the time of slim season, or at the time of non rainfall season. So automatically, definitely, after independence, India has prospered a lot in this sector. And we are having a lot of irrigated area, of course, and we are largest producers of many food items. And without irrigation we cannot expect our Indian agriculture to fare well. When you come to the tank, so there are man-made tanks and also natural tanks. It is a shallow depression. Whenever there is rainfall, these tanks will be impounded and we will use the same. And especially Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and Telangana, people will use tanks as a excellent source of the irrigation. And wells and tube wells, when the water is available at shallow depth, you will go for the well. If it is at a depth of 500 meters or 500 feet or 600 feet, you will go for tube wells. And UP is having the largest number of wells and tube wells. Once as our electricity supply is made available to farmers, th- this sector is playing a key role. More than 60% of India's irrigation is under well and tube well. Okay, and when you come to the dams, the next chapter, so dams. So again, you will have the classification of dams like major dam, medium dam, minor dam. Okay, and even a single dam will act as a multi-purpose dam. It will generate hydropower, and also it will also encourage the fishing. And some dams will supply water to the nearby cities, industrial estates. So that is called as the multi-purpose dams. And when you come to the lakes, yes, some lakes are naturally formed. Most of them are naturally formed. Some, there are also man-made lakes. Whenever you impound the water by constructing the embankment, so man-made lake is formed. And here classification of lake, especially the study of lakes, is called as limnology. And here the classification of lakes like fresh water, salt water, and also in the salt water you are having the lagoon lakes and how these lakes are formed. Like the example of crater lake, Lonar Lake in Maharashtra is the only crater lake in India. And you are having Vembanadu and Astamudi, it is a lagoon lake in Kerala. And if you go to Rajasthan, you are having Sambar Lake, which is a saltwater lake. 10% of India's salt requirement is fulfilled by the Sambar Lake. Okay, so this is with, and even you are having the Chilka Lake, and you are also having the Pulicat Lake, and Chilka Lake is famous for the migration of red turtle. It is a lagoon lake. Yes. Then coming to soils, yes, the study of soils is called as pedology, and the study of formation of soils is called as pedogenesis. And because of diversity, India is gifted with different types of soils, and ICAR, Indian Council of Agriculture Research, has classified Indian soils into 8 types, and each soil is having its own importance. Like cotton is widely grown in the black cotton soil, and of course each and every soil will respond if you add the organic manure or chemical manure, or if you extend the timely irrigation. Of course each and every soil will respond in a fair manner. The only thing is, if that soil is not fertile, you have to add the extra nutrients. Farming may become costly. Yes, so you have to remember the soils and soil classification by ICAR, and each soil, what are the constituents of the soil, that like NPK. And even you have to study about the presence of humus, and how black soils are formed. Why black soils are black in color? Because of presence of a mineral called as titaniferous magnetite. Why these red soils are red in color? Because of high content of ferrous. And why the laterite soils are having the engineering properties? Like laterite soils are aluminum and ferrous. This is widely used in the manufacture of the cement. This is the second raw material ingredient after the limestone. Limestone is the major ingredient, followed by the laterite soil. Okay, so this is with regard to the soil. And coming to the next topic, climate. Yes, Indian climate is tropical monsoon climate. Tropical monsoon climate. So our climate is dependent on the monsoon. See, here you are having the Tropic of Cancer, 23 and of degrees northern latitude. So up to this only, you have to call it as the tropics. Beyond this, we will call it as the temperate region. But while defining the Indian climate, we are not using the word temperate. Tropical monsoon climate is the climate form of the India. We are not using the term temperate, though major part of India lies in the temperate region. The thing is, Himalaya mountains are not allowing the cold blizzards from Siberia. So India is devoid of temperate climate because of the presence of the Himalayan mountains. That is the reason. And you know what is meant by monsoons? Monsoons are the seasonal winds. Okay, and India will get more than 80-90% of rainfall through its monsoons only. You are having southwest monsoon, this side you are having northeast monsoon. Along with that, in the summer season you will have the rainfall because of high temperature, and the type of rainfall is called as convectional rainfall. And even we will also study few local winds like cherry blossoms, okay, Bodai chilla on these low, okay, mango showers, etc. So this part is also very important, and it is also will play a key role. And coming to the next topic, agriculture. And India is known for agriculture since ancient time, and India is the country which is having largest area under agriculture, if I am not wrong. And because of 30 degree latitudinal extent, we are having diversified climate, and the diversified climate is facilitating us to have different agri seasons, and also it is facilitating us to grow variety of crops, starting from rice to coarse grains. So in agriculture, what you will study, especially you will study the agriculture seasons of the country, especially Kharif, Rabi, and Zaid. And here you have to study the important crops of India, and the suitability of soil for that crop, and requirement of climate. And also, now of course, even the irrigation. If you are not having the sufficient rainfall, you will extend the irrigation. Okay. Now in the irrigation also we will have the drip irrigation or sprinkler irrigation, which are called as the micro irrigation. Now they are playing a key role, as even the government of India is extending the subsidy for the same. Okay. And even along with that, you have to remember the scientific name of various crops. Like in India, paddy is the major crop. Oryza sativa is the scientific name of the uh, paddy. So you have to study the important scientific names. Okay, like earlier in one exam, they have asked the scientific name of turmeric, curcuma longa. Okay, yes, this is how to approach, and map pointing and major crops in India and crop pattern. These are very important. Of course, we will discuss that in our normal course of classes, which I am going to start within few days. And coming to the minerals, so India is gifted with a large number of minerals. Okay, as our peninsular plateau is formed because of volcanic eruption, we are having wide variety of minerals. Okay, yes, starting from iron, and we are one of the largest producers of iron. And as we are not having the industries to convert them into the steel, we are exporting the same to the countries like Japan, Germany, etc. So again here, the minerals and classification of minerals into metallic and non-metallic, and metallic minerals into ferric and non-ferric, and we will study about the important minerals including the gold. Okay, etc., and their application. Okay, like the non-metal, limestone is widely used in the manufacture of colors and also cement. Okay, yes, so that is very important. And ores, sometimes they will ask the ores, like wolframite is the ore of the tungsten. Okay, likewise you are having many ores. So different mineral will have different ores, and that also you have to remember, minerals and also ores. And coming to the energy resources, so primary energy source for India is the coal. And the classification of coal based on carbon into different categories like anthracite, bituminous, lignite, peat, etc. And nowadays, what is happening? Energy resources are divided into conventional and non-conventional. Conventional energies means from a long period we are using that, like coal. Non-conventional like wind, solar, etc. So now you have to concentrate more on the wind, solar, or whatever may be the case, because now our aim is to see that we will move away from the carbon, because these fossil energy resources are causing harm to the climate. So slowly we are moving away from the fossil based sources to the non fossil based sources like wind energy, solar energy, geothermal energy, tidal energy, wave energy, and even energy from the biomass. Okay, yes, that sort of things you have to study in the energy resources. And even as far as mains is concerned, what steps are taken by the Indian government to replace coal, or whether India is having the capacity to replace the coal in the short term? So that sort of analysis questions you will get. And which source of energy is more in India? So that sort of questions you have to remember. And when you come to industry, so industry is a place where value is added to the commodity. Value is added to the commodity. Suppose if I will give you the wheat, you cannot do anything. But if you convert the wheat into the flour, you can make a lot of things. Wheat flour, you, you will make biscuits, you will consume roti, whatever may be the case. So the place where value is added to the commodity is called as the industry, or which is called as manufacturing sector. And the location of an industry is guided by many factors, which we divide them into geographical and also non-geographical. And especially raw material is very important, nowadays, and also energy resources. So which industry requires which raw material, and which type of energy it is needed, and what sort of material it will manufacture, and its importance. Okay, and why, and even we'll also study the terms like industrial inertia, etc. Why Kanpur is famous for locks, and why Bombay is famous for the cotton industry. It is totally based on the raw material and also the market. Various uh, factors will play a key role in the location of an industry, geographical, non-geographical. Then coming to forests, because of diversity of climate, you are having, I mean, diversity of forests in India, like starting from uh, tropical evergreen forest to desert forests. So see India map. So studying map is very important. Wherever you are getting more than 200 centimeters of rainfall, you are having evergreen forests. So this region and this region. And in third desert forests. Here tropical tropical deciduous forests, where the trees will shed their leaves to end the transpiration. Okay. Yes. And even Western Ghats are also having rich forests, and it is a biodiversity hotspot. And even Himalaya mountains are also based on the height. They are having the different forests. Now, transport and communication. Coming to this topic, you have to study starting from roads, railways. Okay, roads, railways, airways, waterways, etc. Now we are stressing more on waterways. We want to encourage our share of waterways in the transportation, because they are the cheapest mode of transportation. And nowadays we are converting all normal roads into national highways, and even we are increasing the, I mean, number of lanes also, 2 lane to 4 lane. Now you are having many schemes as far as roads are concerned, and government has taken proactive role in extending and transportation facility to the country, because our economy is totally dependent on the roads. Like we are having Pradhana Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, when Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the Honorable Prime Minister of India. And you are having many schemes like Golden Quadrilateral. Okay, yes. Now again, railways also, you are having the concepts like dedicated freight corridor, and we are having n number of new I mean, reforms in the railway sector, starting from privatization. At least small units they are privatizing. Okay, and Vande Bharat Express. I mean, lot of things. And coming to airways, green. I mean, green ports or green airport, what we call, and also waterways like Krishnapatnam, which is recently developed, and also Vandwa in Maharashtra port. So what I mean to say is, with the help of maps, you can study. Of course, as I cannot tell you more and more in this short video. So we are planning to see that we want to help the aspirants, not only aspirants, even the school going children, especially high school children, can also utilize this. And we want to provide the session total geography session, that is Indian geography classes. And the classes will be live class, okay, through our app. VALI is the learning app, and the classes will be on the digital board. And it also includes the material in the PDF form in the app, and also a chapter wise test series, only for encouragement purpose. We want to give this for only 999 rupees. Okay, and I will take more than 50 hours of sessions, and the sessions will be interactive because it is a live class. And even you will also have a recorded version also. You can watch them n number of times. There is no viewing restriction, etc. And already we are providing a good offer, that is for 6,900 we are giving all the general studies topics recorded videos containing more than 1,000 hours of the classes. And of course, if you want to join the offline, it will have different fees. You can contact the number which is given in the description. Thank you.